more match before we take our intermission here at Terry Fox Theater for NEW7. Justin Morissette and Jordan Bowman coming to you live from the Neil O'Brien broadcast booth.
As said by Ian Wilson, this next match brought to you by M&M Meats, helping you make real food for real life. Check them out at mmfoodmarket.com and shop. Free and same-day delivery or pickup is available.
I gotta say, Jordan, M&M Meats provided the burgers for our tailgate party before this show. And delicious.
Delicious. We're fueled on those burgers right now.
If you're enjoying this broadcast, very much correct. We are being powered by the meat supplied by M&M earlier tonight.
Also, big shout out to Big Rock Brewing for sponsoring the NEW7 pre-show tailgate party and shuttle service. Check them out at bigrockbeer.com.
A great family-friendly event here tonight. Saw lots of families enjoying themselves in the concourse before this one got started. Some meet and greets and autograph signings. Saw Zoe Sager signing some t-shirts earlier tonight.
And saw a little bit of tension with women's champion Casey Spinelli and a young fan outside.
You never know what you're going to get from Casey Spinelli. But what you do know what you're going to get is when Daniel Makabe takes the ring here in Nation Extreme Wrestling. And that's technical proficiency. He is a wizard between those ropes, and he's looking to put on yet another show here tonight against a man returning to singles competition for the first time in a while here in the Pacific Northwest. Ill Bill Billy Suede, one half of the Wisemen, of course, dropped the tag team championships, the state of emergency last month. Tony Baroni on the shelf, unavailable for this evening's show, but Billy Suede getting back into one-on-one competition, and he hopes that his high-flying, speedy agility style can match up well against the technical showmanship of Daniel Makabe.
Yeah, absolutely. It's important to remember Billy Suede, although his success in NEW has been in the tag team division, he is a very tenured and accomplished singles wrestler.
This is a man who has main evented many shows in all kinds of legendary venues up and down the West Coast. As you said, no stranger to singles wrestling. And Makabe with a show of respect here for a man who, as a tag team champion, did not show respect for hardly anyone. The Wisemen typically do not show this kind of sportsmanship, but perhaps a different flavor from Billy Suede with no Tony Baroni here tonight.
A little bit of a different flavor from Makabe as well. I don't think I've ever seen him smile so much.
Maybe not, though. Mr. Ferguson accompanying Billy Suede this evening. Ferguson was originally scheduled to wrestle Eddie Osborne here tonight, but he's battling a neck injury, as you can see, wearing the brace at ringside. Yes. It would not be a surprise for the underhanded tactics of the Wisemen to show themselves tonight with some outside interference from Mr. Ferguson. Perhaps we'll see if that injury precludes him from getting involved.
Yeah, I would say unless he's in a full body cast outside of the ring, he still could be a factor in this match. And even then, it
could be a Kevin Nash situation where he just removes the blanket and stands right up.
Yeah, of course.
But you do that with a full body cast. I think Ferg could do it.
Yeah.
Billy Suede showing a little sneakiness already in this one.
He may not be in a tag team with Baroni tonight, but he's still a Wiseman at heart.
Of course, the Wisemen known for their party boy ways. Tony Baroni was known to start every single match in their entire tag title reign by knocking back a snifter of brandy on the top turnbuckle.
Right, and then they, after their wins, they'd roll out like a Dangerous Knights crew, some chicken spaghetti at Ciccolini's. These guys love to party.
Absolutely, they would keep that party going all month long from one show to the next, but Daniel Makabe, the polar opposite as far as his approach to getting in the ring, might require Billy Suede to meet him on his level and get a little bit more serious in this one.
Yeah, because based on the technical proficiency that we see from Daniel Makabe, I feel like as soon as he leaves the ring and goes behind the curtain, he's sitting down and watching his matches, his next opponent's matches. This guy is a student of the game. He studies, man. The wrestling genius.
A love of the business, which means all that studying never feels like work when you're watching match after match to see how you can improve.
I hear he's old school, too. I hear he still does it on tapes. He watches VHS tapes. If you try and give him a DVD of a match, he will not watch it. Tapes only. Daniel Makabe.
I bet he's got a background in tape trading back in the day.
Oh, without question. The moves that he pulls out, yeah.
He was probably on the same message boards as Tony Khan way back when.
I'd say so, yeah.
As Billy Suede was putting his hair into a ponytail there to keep it out of his eyes and try to get this match on track. But a little disrespect from Makabe, though, just ripped that hair tie right out. If Billy Suede wants to play mind games in the early going, it looks like Makabe is content to meet him there.
Yeah, we're used to seeing a more sullen and, dare I say, a little bit more focused Daniel Makabe, but he's playing those mind games of Billy Suede, and it is incredibly effective. This is just another facet of his game, isn't it?
Makabe just checking his wristwatch that he's not actually wearing, as if to indicate, let's get a move on here. As a waist lock from Billy Suede, looking for a suplex on Makabe, but he's able to spin it around into a wrist lock, and Makabe's now got wrist control, and he'll work his way up the arm into an elbow lock. Makabe with a reversal of Suede's reversal. He's one step ahead of the next step ahead.
Interesting strategy from Makabe early, targeting the arm of Billy Suede. You would think with a fella with the speed of Suede that he would target the legs, but we'll probably see that at some point.
Daniel Makabe is not one to focus in on just one body part in a match like this. He'll work them all by the time the night is done.
Oh, by the time we're done, he's going after individual fingers and toes. I'm certain of it.
Oh, wow, what a shoulder block. The power of Makabe.
Just something we're not used to seeing, but against a smaller opponent, we may see some more power moves from Makabe in this match.
Series of reversals, both men trying to get a suplex going, but instead, Makabe able to turn it into something of a
chicken wing octopus from the looks of it. Oh, abdominal stretch. That one we know. Very smooth headlock takeover.
The ingenuity of a Daniel Makabe, sometimes combining multiple submissions at once.
It's tough to keep up with as a commentator.
As he brings Billy Suede back to his feet, maintaining the lock as both men now bounce off the ropes. Makabe locking it right back in.
Referee Jaden administering a soft warning for that hair pull. And now Billy Suede with a little hair pull of his own.
Oh, wow, what a strike from Suede.
Well, Mr. Ferguson on the outside loves that.
What a turn in tactics as well, as we saw some playfulness with the hair tie. Makabe getting in the hair of Billy Suede. Now Suede returning the favor, grabbing that hair of Makabe to take control. And he's got him right by the hair again.
Any playfulness from competitors like these, you know, would be short-lived in a match.
Oh, yeah, those smiles we were seeing from Makabe earlier in this one, rare as they may be, have already disappeared. Worth noting, of course, Daniel Makabe sporting a Vancouver Whitecaps kit in the ring here tonight. I always say the most successful global athlete to ever don a Whitecaps jersey is Daniel Makabe.
So Alphonso Davies was 2 for you then?
I would say so.
Okay.
He's got a lot to prove. Makabe has shown a real proficiency in tournament wrestling over the years, internationally and south of the border in the United States as well. If Alphonso Davies can enter a tournament like that and come out on top, then we're talking. chops from Makabe. As you could hear those all the way in Munich.
Oof. That one in Frankfurt.
And a running strike as Suede ducks out of the way and blasts him throat first into the top rope.
And here's what Billy Suede needs to do. He needs to use his speed, use his high rent district offense here.
Double axe handle from Suede off the top rope. Looks to have put the lights out for Daniel Makabe, but he shakes out the cobwebs and is able to kick out at 2. As Makabe now sent to the outside, and oh wow, Mr. Ferguson apparently is healthy enough to get involved physically here tonight. He just laid into the back of Makabe with an axe handle of his own.
Billy Suede now taking advantage after the interference from Mr. Ferguson, which you had to know was coming.
Ferguson just took off the neck brace that he's wearing.
Okay, there's an insurance scam happening at some point here.
This is ridiculous. As Billy Suede completely content to distract referee Jaden Burke.
But if there is one guy you do not want to give any limbs to, it is Daniel Makabe. He had that chicken wing on Mr. Ferguson, but Suede able to capitalize on it. I think he might have a broken arm now.
We'll see if Ferguson has to put that neck brace back on or if it is entirely for show. Far be it for the Wisemen to stoop to such tactics, but I wouldn't put anything past those guys.
Not that far be it.
Yeah.
Let's see how long Billy Suede can maintain this advantage now.
Locking Makabe into a full Nelson. As he said to the submission master, the wrestling genius, Daniel Makabe, you like submissions? We'll see how you like this submission. Unfortunately, Suede not able to lock it in for very long as he's feeling some strikes from Makabe. Some quick jabs as now Makabe will try to send him across the ring. Instead, it's Suede reversing the Irish whip.
What athleticism from Makabe to evade in the corner.
Let's see Alphonso Davies do that. Now Makabe hooking the arms. Oh, wow.
Tiger driver.
And Billy Suede somehow able to get the shoulder up. And see, this is what drives me insane about the Wisemen, is that you look at the proficiency, the talent of a guy like Billy Suede to kick out of a maneuver like that. They have the ability. They don't need the underhanded tactics. In fact, more often than not, it's a distraction that leads them down a losing path. And yet, I am continually disappointed by the choices of these men. As Makabe looking for a suplex, but Billy Suede able to find his way out with a series of strikes. Makabe will counter with an uppercut. Looking for a suplex yet again. This time it's Suede who will bring him up and drop Makabe right down on his face. What a DDT!
Mr. Ferguson now providing some vocal encouragement. But Justin, to your earlier point, I completely agree with you. They don't have to stoop to those levels to win matches, and the fact that they do does make it a little disappointing.
It's Billy Suede looking for sliced bread perhaps, but instead it's reversed into a pin attempt. As Makabe looking for a roll-up yet again. Suede able to kick out a second time. Back into that octopus stretch. No, this is a pin attempt. Makabe! The creativity of Daniel Makabe as he wrenches the fingers now of Billy Suede until he takes him off his feet. Another pinfall attempt.
O'Connor roll from Daniel Makabe.
He grabbed some tights, but perhaps grabbed a little too much. Billy Suede able to roll through, and Makabe had to kick out of that one. He went looking for the big unit, that wind-up pitch punch. As Suede able to duck out of the way this time.
This crowd here at the Terry Fox Theater giving these two an incredible ovation.
And Daniel Makabe, a very difficult opponent to prepare for, Jordan, because he's a guy who can win a match a number of ways.
And we've already seen a lot of that on display here in this match. The striking, the technical wizardry, the submissions.
You have to be prepared for everything at a moment's notice, because his situational awareness and ability to turn just about anything into a submission is second to none.
He's a master of leverage too. We've seen it a few times in this match, him use his own body parts to escape out of a submission hold.
Right now we're seeing his mastery of strikes as well as Suede and Makabe trading forearms back and forth. Both men just getting more fired up as Billy with a poke to the eyes of Makabe that will leave him staggered.
Suede with a handspring, looking for that enziguri.
Didn't get the momentum off those ropes that he might have liked, but Makabe not able to turn it into a suplex to reverse it either. Makabe almost bumped into the referee Jaden Burke. Instead, took an enziguri from Billy Suede.
Looking for that handspring again.
And the big unit! That wind-up punch of Daniel Makabe, not quite enough to keep Billy Suede off his feet.
Makabe looking for cattle mutilation. It's locked in.
And that's the end of this one. Billy Suede showing all kinds of resiliency throughout this match. But as so many do, he falls victim to cattle mutilation, and Daniel Makabe adds yet another impressive win to his resume here in NEW.